Hey everybody, today we are going to dive into the individual channels in your human design chart. Now, this is a really great way to understand the high level theme of your channels and gates without actually needing to know the specifics of each channel and gate, which takes a lot of time and research to dive into. And the best way to really understand all of your channels and gates and how they apply to your design is through a human design reading. So real quick, just want to remind you, we are doing a human design reading giveaway. It's a 2-hour reading, usually a $397 investment that you can win for free at the 50 subscriber mark. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and like this video. I'll talk about that more at the end. For now, let's dive into your individual channels. So what do I mean when I say individual channels? Where there are 3 circuit groups in human design. If you think about the channels in your human design chart as circuitry, actual electrical circuitry that the electricity fires through your nervous system and how energy moves through your system, then there are 3 different circuit groups. There's individual, which has a theme of empowerment. There's collective, which has the theme of sharing. And there's tribal, which has a theme of support. So when you can look at your chart and see that you have individual channels, which is what we're going to focus on today, channels that are in the individual circuit group, you know those channels have a theme of empowerment. So even without knowing the specifics of the individual channels, you can look at your chart and see kind of the theme. If you have a lot of individual channels, it's going to be a lot about empowerment, and specifically self-empowerment primarily. It is also about empowerment of others, but it's about empowerment of others through first empowering yourself, through living your most unique life, the life you're here to live primarily. And then from there, others are going to be empowered just by watching you do that. The individual circuit group, because it's so much about the self, about empowering yourself, first, you can see that the individual channels are in the center column, or they're kind of in the middle area. There's no channels on the outside of your chart in the individual circuit group. They're all center column or kind of center around in the body. So it's how the energy flows within the individual, because it's about individual empowerment. So as you're looking at this image, if you could also download your personalized human design report from orionoheb.com/HD guide, and make sure you have that open so you can kind of compare your chart, because that report includes your unique human design chart. So you can compare your chart and the channels you have in your chart to the channels in this image. As you're going through the reading, you can kind of notice things in your chart and think about the themes that might be present in your life and how you're designed to move through your life. So there's 3 different circuits in the individual circuit group. The first one is the knowing circuit. And the knowing circuit is the center column, as I mentioned before, and kind of the outer channels, the outside channels that are still not totally outside, but around the perimeter. And people with a lot of channels in this circuit group are truly agents of evolution. They're here for the direction of the collective, to guide the direction of the collective. Because if you notice that individual channel, it's connecting that center column, it's connecting the root and channel 60-3, and that channel is the channel of mutation, and it's all about bringing mutation into the world, up to 14-2, which is about using the sacral energy in order to guide the direction into the G center. And gate 2, in that direction, continuing up to gate 1, is the creativity and this pulsing creativity to bring forth some of these solutions that can mutate the world using this energy to innovatively guide the direction of gate 2. And gate 1 is to use your creativity to then promote it. Gate 8 and 23 and 43 are this intuitive wisdom that's now coming from this direction. So while you have the drive and the motivation and the energy of change to change the direction coming up, you have the wisdom, intuitive wisdom coming down through gate 61, the gate of mystery. And that is into gate 24, which is then using of the mystery, and then down into the gate 43, into the intuitive insights to come out through 23. And these intuitive insights of 43-23, as well as the mutation, the drive and motivation, and to mutate the world, is it kind of driving this individual circuit group to guide the direction of the collective. And people, if you have a lot of these channels in your chart, you are here to empower others by being an example of your uniqueness. And by being an example of your uniqueness, you are ensuring the survival of the totality. By being an example of your uniqueness, you are ensuring the survival of humanity long term, because you're making sure that we're evolving. as a collective. So again, this is called the knowing circuit. So the knowing circuit demands an audience to bring this mutation, these innovative insights into the world through the throat, the expression and manifestation center. And you always, of course, want to follow your type and strategy and authority to make sure that you are delivering the message that you're here to deliver in a moment and in a way that people can hear it and receive it. So again, in your personalized report that you can get at orionthehep.com/HD guide, you can find out all about your type, strategy, and authority, as well as your profile. So again, to sum this knowing circuit up, if you have a lot of channels in this circuit, you are here to mutate the direction of others as society can receive it. You can provoke the spirit of others. You can have these flashes of inspiration. And again, some of the specifics depend on which channels you have, which we could go into in a reading if you ever wanted to explore that. So the next circuit group I want to talk about is the centering circuit. So this is actually only made up of 2 channels, as you can see in this image. Channel 3410 and then channel 5125. And this is really about specifically empowering others to love themselves. Gate 10 is nicknamed the gate of self-love in the G Center. And gate 10, with its connection to gate 34 in the sacral, is all about using your energy to fully live your uniqueness, to love yourself so much, to love life so much, to trust life, to trust yourself so much that you are going to trust your inner convictions, that you're going to trust where your sacral energy is guiding you. It's a thrill of being yourself, and it's the power to act according to what your nature is, maybe not what your mind has become to think about you. And with the 5125 channel, it's about always being ready to leap into the void, to start something new, to shock yourself or others out of their comfort zone. This is called the centering circuit because if you have these channels or one of these channels, or even some of the gates in this circuit group, it's about being centered in the context of responding to life in the moment and letting your sacral energy kind of guide you on where to go, surrendering to the unknown, living at that edge of the comfort zone. And really loving yourself, and loving yourself means trusting yourself and trusting what the wisdom of your body, not the learnings of your mind. And sometimes people with these channels can feel like outsiders. So if you have one of these 2 channels or even a couple of these gates, if you do feel like an outsider, then just be gentle with yourself. Love your outsiderness, love your uniqueness. And it does take courage, especially with the 5125 channel, to follow those convictions. And it's important that you do, because when you have an impact on people, you can feel really, really inspired. If you're not having an impact on people, you can end up getting really melancholic and feeling lonely and depressed. So being involved in the world, making an impact, is what kind of keeps you moving in alignment with your design. Let's now move on to the last circuit we're going to talk about in the individual circuit group, which is called your integration channels. And this is a really interesting part of the human design chart. It's the only part of the chart where one gate can be connected to multiple gates. So there's a lot of energy moving here in different directions. And you notice that the 4 centers that it's connecting is your sacral center, your energy, your life force, your spleen, the center of instincts, intuition, health, and survival, your G center, the center of identity and direction, and your throat center, the center of expression and manifestation. And this is all about empowerment, empowering others by displaying your self-love and putting yourself first. So very similar themes across these different circuits. The weight of this one is putting yourself first. And the channels included here are channel 2010, which connects your throat to your G center, your identity and direction to your manifestation. 2034, your connection from your power, life force center to your manifestation center, the throat. And 5734, your connection from your life force to your instincts, and 5710, your instincts connected to your identity and direction. So technically it doesn't include 5720 or 3410, because those are included in some of the other circuits. I know that can be a little bit confusing, but the one thing you want to think about here is if you have any gates or channels in this circuit group. So again, the channels are 2010, 2034, 5734, 5710. It's really, really about being self-absorbed and not feeling guilty about it, especially if you have gate 34. And it's about you thriving when you follow your own path and living in the now, in the present moment, letting your life bubble up and emerge in the now. So that's the theme, gate 20 is the gate of the now. So if you have that, really, really crucial that you let your life emerge in the now. So that's all we have for the individual circuit group today. And I hope that helped you. I hope you were able to look at your chart and kind of think about some of the channels you have. And I mentioned some details about some of the channels, some high level themes, and that it helps you kind of see the high level energy of your chart. Because sometimes we can get lost in the details. There's so much to read in a human design chart, but at a high level, you can look at your chart and get some really, really powerful themes of who you're here to be. And then you can ask yourself, am I being that? And again, if you haven't downloaded your free report yet, go ahead and do that now, orionohub.com/HD guide. It's 19 pages, and I include a lot of information to help you bring your design into your life. And just to close out here, one more time, we're doing a giveaway of a free human design reading. It's 2 hours long, usually a $397 investment. We're giving it away for free when we hit 50 subscribers. All you have to do to enter the giveaway is subscribe to our channel, leave a comment on this video, and hit that like button. The more videos you comment on before 50 subscribers, the more chances you're going to have to win the reading. I hope you win it. I hope we get to sit down for 2 hours and I get to go through your chart and share the story of your chart and how to weave together all of the elements: type, strategy, authority, profile, gates, channels, and open centers, closed centers. And I'm just so excited. It's one of my favorite things to do in the world. So please go ahead, leave a comment, subscribe. You're helping us out and you're getting a chance to win a free reading. And I hope you're having a beautiful day.